Hello, my name is Hannah Woods, and I will be bringing you your Unit 5 family video for kindergarten mathematics. In Unit 5, Composing and Decomposing Numbers to 10, kindergartners work to become flexible and confident with numbers 0 to 10. By the end of this video, I hope you will know the answer to these three big questions. What is my child learning in Unit 5? How does it look? And what can I do to help at home? Unit 5, Composing and Decomposing Numbers to 10, students will be learning about making and breaking all numbers 1 to 10. Students compose and decompose numbers to 10 in different ways. We call this making and breaking apart. At first, students only work with numbers up to 5 to build fluency with addition and subtraction within 5. Students understand that there are different ways to compose and decompose a given number. They will work with physical objects such as counters and connecting cubes that they can use to compose and decompose numbers. For instance, 5 is 0 and 5, but it is also 1 and 4, 2 and 3, and so on. How does it look for students? Students represent and solve story problems. This means that they are composing and decomposing within a context. These problems may be challenging for students to make sense of when there is no action, like in this example. Jada made 6 paletas with her brother. They made 2 flavors, lime and coconut. Students find multiple solutions to problems like these. They use math tools and drawings to represent and solve story problems, and it's important that students can explain how their representation shows that story. Some students may be interested in finding all of the ways to solve this problem, and we'll be encouraging them to do so. It's not an expectation that they provide every single way, but we'll be supporting them to get there. The number 10 is foundational for place value, and students will continue to do work in later grades. In kindergarten, students will be introduced to a 10 frame by putting together 2 5 frames. This allows them to understand numbers 6 to 9 in relation to their previously built understanding of 5. Students use the 10 frame as well as their fingers to make and break apart 10 in different ways. And these tools, 10 frames, counters, and fingers, are extremely important. It allows students to see and count how many are needed to make 10. Students use these tools to figure out the numbers to add to for any number 1 through 9 to make 10. Near the end of the unit, you can begin asking your students to draw a picture of what is happening in a story. For an example, at the market, you get 10 apples from the bin. Some of the apples are green and some of the apples are red. How many of the apples are green and how many of the apples are red? You can continue to push student thinking by asking questions. Does this story match what you've drawn? What makes 10? Are there other ways to make 10? Thank you, families, for joining us for our Kindergarten Mathematics Family Unit video. Thank you for partnering with us at home. We are confident that with your encouragement and support, our young mathematicians will gain a wealth of knowledge and develop a strong foundation in mathematics this year. For more elementary math resources, you can visit the CMS site. Thank you, and have a great year.